Okay, hi folks. We're going to import the highly detailed Paragon characters that are free from Epic on the marketplace. And in order to do that, I'm going to open my Epic Games launcher back up. I'm going to navigate to the marketplace. And you can find all of these things under free Epic Games content, or a quicker way is to simply search for Paragon. And if there's one of these that you don't have yet, like I don't have this one, I can just come here, and if I click on free, it will show up in my library later. It will also, if I go back, after I click it, I'll also have the option to click here and say add to project. But if you're currently working and you've already purchased it, then you can go to your library and scroll down, and they should be listed under P for Paragon. And I'm going to choose, let's add this project. So I'm going to add the project, select tutorial, and this is the file that I'm currently working in, and say add to project. Okay. Now the amount of time that it takes to do this is dependent upon which of the models you use. This is one of the larger ones at 2 gigs. That probably means that there's a lot of detail and that there's multiple types of this character and multiple skins in there. So it's going to vary for you. Once it is in the project, once I pull that over, it should show up with a name. It's typically going to say Paragon and then the name of the character. You can then double click in characters and then double click in heroes and in Terra. And these are going to be the character and the animation blueprint. And there will be probably a host of skins and a bunch of textures associated with it. So what we want to do is we want to edit our character to be this character, and the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to close down all of these folders, and I'm going to go over to the third person blueprint, and I'm going to open up BP third person character, pull this in, and if I go to the viewport, this is where the static mesh is set to be the Quinn that we're currently using. And if I click on that static mesh, I can swap out this skeleton for one of the other ones that are options. So I can do the Terra, which should take a second. And it's going to take a little bit for the textures to get processed. You might have already made up your mind of which one you want to use. Some of them only have one, but if I'm choosing different meshes, that typically means that there's something that's different with the model. So you can see like the details on this model, each one is a little bit different. Now it's going to take a little while for those textures to update, and I don't have to wait for that. I can actually keep working. Now what's happened is it's actually detached my animation because that old animation was associated with that old mesh. And so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to see if there is a Terra. And so animation BP Terra rigging. That is probably not the one I want to use. I'm thinking I want to use the Terra animation blueprint. Let's try that. There we go. So she's currently at her idle. And if I compile this, save it, move this, let's move this out of the way. I can go ahead and hit play. And this is a quick and easy way to get my character model to be replaced by these more improved character models that are coming from Paragon. Now I'm going to give this a second, try and let it resolve all the shaders so that it'll start showing some of the detail. And then I'll probably pause here and make a second video because there's actually a lot of other animations that are plugged in to this character, and there's another way for me to enable this character, but this is the quick and easy way. If you already have your if you already have your character working and the entire game is functioning, you can just go and import this character through this method and you should be ready to go. The same thing can be done for the AIs. If you have created an AI and dropped it into the scene. We had previously just been dropping other models into the scene, if I remember correctly, that were coming from the BP third-person character. If I go to my content folder, no, actually, we had created the BP enemy AI. So if I double-click that, so the enemies right now are set with a mesh, which is also Quinn. And so I can change that mesh. Let's just do the base Terra. And then for the animation class, I will also, again, select, let's search Terra. And I'm going to select the Terra animation blueprint. And I'm going to compile and save this. And now if I drop an enemy AI into the scene and press play, we do look remarkably similar, but there are slight differences to who we are. And it looks like that enemy AI has lost its walking. So I would need to go through and reset that walking. That might be something, maybe I do that in the next video, and then I'll show you the more advanced way to import this. So this will also allow you don't have to use the same character for both. You can use a different character for the AI so that you're not getting confused. All right, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll be right back at you with another short video.